Welcome to the iShop Davie podcast, where we're enhancing the positive local buying experiences for the residents of Davie County, North Carolina. When you choose to spend your money, you have many places to choose from. This podcast reminds you to spend your money here because Davie County is home to great customer service, quality business products, and innovative business leaders. The iShop Davie podcast is introducing you to these leaders each week. My name is Chuck Taylor, your host for the iShop Davie podcast. Thank you for joining us. This season, we're focusing on the service-based businesses that enhance the well-being of our county. All right, so we're glad to be here today at the Carolina Center for Eye Care. I'm with Dr. Owens today. How are you doing?
Doing great.
Wonderful. We're so glad to be here, so excited about what's going on here at your office. So you've got a lot to talk about, a big story to share about the things that you're doing here in the area. So first and foremost, can you tell us what your office does and provides for the folks here in Davie County?
Well, we're a comprehensive eye care clinic that offers primary care. We're optometrists, and we provide not only vision services like glasses and contact lenses, things to correct your vision, but also primary care like treatment of eye diseases, management of chronic diseases like glaucoma, co-management of cataracts, and telling you when it's time to have cataract surgery, refer that out. We'll do the post-ops here. Discussions about LASIK as well. We don't perform LASIK, but we tell you if you're a good candidate for that.
Okay.
Pink eye, red eye injuries, taking metal out of the eye. We do all of that stuff right here in Davie County.
That is pretty inclusive. I mean, so you're telling me it's basically, if it has to do with the eye, you're on it. You've got it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So then this kind of leads into the next question, which, I'm extremely curious about. Of all the places to set up shop, why Davie County?
Well, I guess behind every good man is a great woman.
Of course there is.
And so for me, it started with meet my wife, who is Dr. Ellyn Johnson, who practices here with us in optometry school in Memphis. And she said that she was going back to Mocksville. And coming from Memphis, I said I always wanted to live in Knoxville. So that was great.
So you were sold on the deal, right?
So I was excited.
Right,
and
of course.
Then when we showed up in when we drove past Knoxville.
You overshot your target.
to come to Mocksville.
Right.
I haven't looked back since. It's been great. The community's been overwhelmingly welcoming to me. She was coming home, so it made it pretty easy. And all this came through a relationship that she had with her childhood eye doctor, which was Dr. Steve Lehman, who practices in Mocksville.
Okay.
And so he's been a real mentor to us, and that started our relationship here and coming back to Davie County. And we knew the area that we're in, which is Bermuda Run, was going to be growing at some point. And we worked with Dr. Lehman and some other private practices in the area and just decided that we thought we could make a go at it ourselves. And this office was a satellite office of Dr. Lehman's, and we purchased that from him and just grew it into what it is today.
Right, with a pretty big vision. I mean, you're the Carolina Center for Eye Care, right? So we're expecting to go beyond Mocksville and Bermuda Run.
Yes,
really into the Carolinas.
Yeah, we've been blessed beyond belief. It's been a really great run for us. We opened another location in Lewisville, in beautiful downtown Lewisville.
Sure.
And got involved with a practice that started in the 20s in Mount Airy.
Right.
So we have 3 locations now. That's Carolina Center for Eye Care. And then we've expanded also into other vision services right next door at Insight Vision Training Center, which is a little different way of practicing primary eye care too.
Nice. Okay. And how long have you been in the business?
Started practice in 2001. So whatever your math is there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 17 years.
So just count back from the day you're listening to this.
That's right.
Yeah, okay,
That's
wow.
right.
So why did you decide to get in the business? You told me a little bit about Dr. Johnson and her desire and how it was born out of Dr. Lehman. Was it just because you met this beautiful woman in Memphis and you were like, I got to do whatever she's doing?
Well, she was a year ahead of me.
Oh, okay, right.
So she always joked that she is a year smarter, but several years younger.
Yeah, okay,
so it took me a while to figure it out. I knew I wanted to be in medicine or in care, health care of some kind. I just didn't really know what. And I went through the motions of getting all the prerequisites for medicine or dentistry or pharmacy, and no doors were really opening. And I was working for a medical company, an orthopedic company, and I was at a party.
Yeah, of course.
And met an optometrist.
Yes.
And this guy was great, and he was laid back, and he seemed to really, really love what he was doing.
Gotcha.
And he said, you should come and visit. I think you'd be a great optometrist. And the very next day, I ran into an old high school friend of mine, and we were just talking about what we were doing. I said, "What are you doing?" She said, "I'm in optometry school." She said, "Have you ever thought about being an optometrist?"
Nice.
And I thought God
begin to
I
align.
thought God was just kind of really thumping me in the head at that point. And I applied to optometry school, got in, met my wife there, ended up doing something that I didn't realize I was going to love it as much as I did. I wanted to do healthcare and business. It's a good mix of healthcare and business together. So that's something that really appealed to me once I started looking into it.
And so when you're looking at that and you're thinking about the customer experience and what it's like for them, I mean, how are you merging those two together, that healthcare and that business side?
My role in the orthopedic company was customer service. I was in management of their customer service department. So I came with all of this corporate customer service training. But to me, it just started boiling down to providing a service to people, helping them see better. And how can you deliver that level of service at every area inside the business?
Right.
We thought that we could do it better and do it different. And so far, we've been pretty successful at doing that. So it's really one of the core values that we have here is just to provide excellent care and service.
Because this is a challenge in the medical field today. I mean, too often in the past, it was just come and get your medical care, whatever you need, and you're out the door, you're better, say thank you. But now that customer service experience has become absolutely necessary to be vital and remain vital in the medical community, where you're taking care of customers, because there are so many options today, I suppose.
Right. I mean, we joke about being country when country wasn't cool.
Yeah, right.
And that, to us, has always been the focus, and trying to also be innovative, too, to bring in new technologies. We were one of the first healthcare providers in the area to have electronic medical records, and going through all of that was quite an experience for us and for our patients. But that's a challenge in providing excellent care, is trying to incorporate the technology. And so we've just always believed in it. We've tried something simple like not even having a call service or an answering machine pickup, where we try to have live people answering at all times. It's just always been an important thing for us.
Right. That's huge. And I'm going to do a little segue here that accents what you're talking about. I don't know if you're ready to brag on yourself or not, but the Chamber of Commerce here in Davie County has this awards gala we do every year. And I think for 2 years in a row, you guys have won awards.
Oh, that was 3 years, Chuck.
3 years.
That was for 3 years in a row. Yeah.
Good job. Well done. You capitalized on that.
Yes.
Yeah. So 3 years in a row, you guys have been notably recognized in our community as being a superior business.
I'll just go back and say, the blessings that we have received from this community have just been overwhelming. And we just try not to ignore that, and are very grateful for that. It was humbling the very first time. We were awarded the Chamber Business of the Year.
Right.
And then the following year, they had this award for the best health care in the community.
Right.
And I think they've changed the title of it now, but we continued to win that for several years. So we try to create raving fans with our level of customer service, and I guess that would be representative of the level that we provide. So it was really cool.
So dad joke warning here, so everybody can see how good your business is. You can burn me later in the notes. All right, so why would you say is your industry vital to the economy? And not maybe here in Davie County, but as well, just in larger spectrum across the states as well. How's it vital?
You know, in choosing a profession, I thought everybody's going to need health care.
Right.
At first, I was a computer programming major.
Fascinating.
Because I thought everybody's going to have a computer.
Right.
But I thought, you know, being a healthcare provider, it's something that we're all going to need. So when you think about one of your most important senses, to lose your eyesight is probably, to me, one of the most devastating things that can happen to you. So I thought if we had an opportunity to have a business where we can ensure that people see well for the rest of their lives, that's really an easy cornerstone to build a business on. So we get the medical training, get the business background in it. But as far as the economy goes, if you create a great place, a comfortable place, a clean place where people can come and bring their 6-month-old or their 105-year-old grandfather, and we take care of the entire community / economy. Providing the services for budget-minded people all the way up to the highest level of a technology that you can get. It just continues to not only support us and our goals and our dreams, but we're big givers too. So we get to pour back into the community that has supported us for so long.
And then not to mention the tax benefits that come back into the community, allowing people to get out there and stay employed, to work.
Yes.
Yes. This is a robust environment. The reason I asked the question is not everybody really thinks about how each little service sector of the community contributes back into the good for everyone.
And being a business owner in a small community, you get to take care of other business owners. And it gives you an opportunity to interact with them and to think about your purchasing decisions when you want to go and run into the larger town to purchase something. You think twice. You want to really try to keep that money here, to keep those businesses viable for the convenience and the support of their families in this community as well.
Absolutely. And one of the reasons why we're doing the iShop Davie podcast. So. All right, so we're going to take a brief moment right here to take a break, and we're going to give some thanks to our sponsors who have been supporting the show, and we will be right back to ask you one more question. People are odd. We all work differently. Ever feel misunderstood in the workplace? Do you ever think that conversations could be easier? Understanding personalities and preferences can help you lead others better, negotiate conflicts seamlessly, and motivate coworkers to success. If you want to learn more, listen to the Personalities in the Workplace podcast as Timoji Jackson of Sage Garden Care Center interviews me, Chuck Taylor. Follow the link in the show notes or visit us online at sagegardencare.org to begin listening today.
Want to know about the Swicegood Group? We're a brokerage and auction firm that specializes in exclusive seller representation, asset appraisals, real estate evaluation, digital marketing, video promotion, and the sale of both real and personal assets. From the coast of North Carolina to the mountains, we have sold large tracts of land, multi-million-dollar assets, celebrity estates, and even mom and dad's home and contents. Give us a call, 336-751-4444, or find us on the web at theswicegoodgroup.com.
All right. So thank you to our sponsors for getting us going and making this work. So here's my last question I have for you, Dr. Owens. Somebody says, I have an eye care problem. I have heard about this Carolina Center for Eye Care. This Dr. Owens fella seems smart and snazzy and on his feet. I want to go talk to that guy. What's the customer service experience like when someone walks in the door of your office?
We ask everyone that works here to just do one thing, and that's to improve people's lives.
Oh, wow.
And so the number one thing you do here is you improve people's lives. So it may not be eye care, it may be something else that you get a chance to help them with. But we improve people's lives through excellent health, vision, and relationships.
Okay.
And the relationship portion of it is what we really focus on. So when someone walks in the door, you're greeted with a smile.
Nice.
Even before that, when you call our office, the very first question we ask you is, ma'am, we have your name, please.
Yeah.
So we start that relationship very, very early on.
Nice.
And it's something that we close often to train on. We have dedicated time. You're in a dedicated space inside this building that we bring all the locations together. So it's our training room, our conference room. It's a smile. It's a welcome back. Just anticipatory is what really a big fancy word that I would use to describe.
Right. It's a good doctor word.
Used to describe our attitude towards patient care, customer care. But when people ask us what it's like to work here, our culture statement, one of the main things we have there is a rule where if we take great care of each other, then we can't help but take great care of our patients. And that's really what it's focused on. So as you come here and you interact with our team, you should see a loving, helpful family that really is looking out for one another.
Yeah. That is refreshing because the medical industry has been known for being a place where you just get services related to your care and then you're back out the door. But when you're in crisis or you've got a problem and you want to get that fixed, to feel like somebody cares about you right as you come in the door can really bring down that stress level, can really help you feel comfortable in whatever that process may be. And by the time they walk into your office and talk to you, they're ready to have that conversation.
We've had some very talented people come through here that we have loved, but they just didn't smile. And that's kind of the most important thing that can happen.
Absolutely.
Here. So,
Absolutely.
it all starts with simple things like that.
Okay, great. So we would be remiss if we didn't give people an opportunity to get in touch with you. So if somebody wants to reach out to you, they got questions for you, for your staff, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Best way to reach us is through our telephone, which is 336-940-2015.
Okay.
We have a website at carolinacenterforeyecare.com. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram.
Yep.
And I think that's probably the best way
So
to
just
reach out to us.
At the very least, hop on Google and type in Carolina Center for Eye Care, and you've nailed it.
That's it. If you do eye care in Advanced or eye care in Bermuda Run or Lewisville or Mount Airy, there we are.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Thank you for taking time out of your day to be on the show and for telling us a little bit about what you guys are doing. And thank you for what you're doing in the community. We
My
appreciate
pleasure. My pleasure.
Thanks for listening to the iShop Davie podcast today. We're proud to showcase our innovative business leaders who are enhancing our wonderful local community. For show notes, including links to resources we discussed on today's show, head to iShopDavie.com. Also, take a moment to subscribe to iShop Davie wherever you listen to your podcast so you won't miss any of our upcoming shows. We love to spread the word, so we encourage you to tell a friend about our show. Keep up on all our upcoming events by liking the Davie County Chamber of Commerce on Facebook. We'll see you next time on the iShop Davie podcast.